Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are seasoned veterans. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental, and emotional paradigm. We try to do that in a coaching way, and we do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We are fast approaching 800 pieces of content available for your listening pleasure. If there is a topic you'd like to see covered that hasn't been, we'd love to add that to the category or the catalog for you. So please feel free to comment below if there's something that would benefit you. In any event, if you are looking for a coach, life, relationship, pattern of behavior change, that type of stuff, please feel free to reach out. There's a couple ways to do that. You can do it through Twitter at PO Perception, or you can do it through the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way, you'll get in contact with me or a member of my team. We can set up a session and make the second half of 2021 as useful and beneficial to you as possible. Would love to do that for your benefit. In any event, this is kind of getting a perspectual shift. This particular audio is about a perspectual shift of life not being as bad as we think. And so sometimes we often will awfulize situations. We awfulize situations for many reasons. Number one, senses of entitlement. Number two, we tend to hold on to idealistic viewpoints. Number three, we often struggle with thinking with the illusion of competition that other people have it better than us, therefore our life is negative, miserable, bad, whatever have you. So what are some ways to kind of look at life not being as bad as we think? The first is to accept that all emotions change. Your emotional state is not the definition of your life, the definition of your history, or stagnant to the point where you're going to be defined by it. So just because you're feeling angry today, sad today, overwhelmed today, or that nothing will ever go right for you today, realize just through reflection alone that you have felt other ways in the past and that you have overcome and circumvented these emotional states before. When you begin to understand that you have the ability to circumvent the emotional state in the future, it can be super valuable for so ultimately things go in a positive direction there. And I mean, you begin to understand the value of daily living, and you begin to understand the value of understanding how to get to a better place when you know that the world doesn't really owe you anything, and that sense of entitlement changes. And also, people carry baggage. People carry the expectation that what they've been through makes them more entitled to a better quality of life overall. And a lot of people do it, and even the best and most positive and progressive people can have those moments, but it's staying in those moments that can really lead you down a pathway that ultimately leads you to a place you don't want to be. Holding on to that baggage will also keep you stuck. You cannot make progress and be ruminating at the same time, so there is a choice that needs to be made. Realization that there is always something to be grateful for, and living a gratitude lifestyle is there. It's not the statement, oh, there's nothing wrong in my life. We all have things that we struggle with. We all have things that we wish were different. I certainly know that with the medical challenges I've had over the last few years, I wish my body was in better shape. I wish I didn't have the level of debt that I do. But I'm also grateful that I didn't pass away like many people thought I would. I'm grateful that I have the opportunities to serve a client base that's really nation and worldwide. I'm grateful for something like chocolate cake, which can be wonderful. So there's things that are there. If we want to break free of that life not being the greatest, but not being as bad as we think, ultimately writing it down and kind of becoming more of a student of the process of journaling our emotions as they happen, so that we see that they do in fact change, that they do in fact evolve and go back and forth. Our mind will lie to us and tell us that something is always the same way, but if we have proof that in fact you know that's where that is. And ultimately, things kind of come to a better place there. Also, understanding that your mind does lie to you and play tricks on you out of a desire to protect you from yourself or protect you from things that you can't handle is important. And realize that the ability to be loved and accepted for where you are and who you are is ultimately one of the things that's always available to you um, at some point or another. So, in any event, hope that this has been helpful to you. I encourage you keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.